We're hearing a lot about the standards and guidelines for new installations. What do you think should happen for the rehabilitation industry?
I think it's very important that we also look at developing those. It's very important, I suppose, from the aspect of for horizontal directional drilling and microtunneling and pipe jacking. And many would argue that with rehabilitation there are many varied ways of undertaking that. But I think there are many basic things that need to be done and done well, and I think the introduction and addition of those sort of standards and guidelines for rehabilitation are very important.
How important are events such as the Trenchless Australasia Conference for the development and the promotion of the trenchless industry?
Very important. I think the more opportunities that we can get our members together and practitioners together and actually meet and discuss and share knowledge and network can only be good for the industry as a whole.
I just have a couple of questions about your involvement with the ASTT.
Yeah.
How did you initially become involved?
The first time I actually took part in an ASTT event was back in Brisbane at the ISTT event actually. I presented a paper there and I've been taking part in every one since.
And as the New Zealand representative, what's your opinion about the trenchless industry over there at the moment?
In New Zealand? New Zealand is actually quite advanced. We've come a long way in the since 1993. It's been an amazing growth area. The challenges have been making people comfortable that these solutions, both rehabilitation and installations, are a viable option, and that's really starting to be seen now. More and more rehabilitation and using trenchless technology.
And what are your plans for promoting the industry as the new councillor?
Right. We've got a number of initiatives. Currently we organise 3 forums in Auckland every year. So that drags a lot of people from all over the North Island to that, and we get a big turnout, at least 65 people per one of those. And we'd also like to see a stream at the local government engineers conferences and try and get more people involved in that way as well.
How long have you been working in the trenchless industry, and could you perhaps tell me a little bit about your company?
Sure. I started in the trenchless, I suppose, using trenchless methods back in 1999, where I was doing pipe bursting for a contracting company. Upon leaving that company, I started Project Max, and that was in 2002, where we focused on rehabilitation using lining methods and pipe bursting, and installation using HDD and pipe condition assessment. And that still today is our focus, very much on trenchless technology.
And what have been the main changes that you've seen occur in the industry over the last, say, 10 years?
In the last 10 years would be that acceptance of these products as a real viable option. I think that's been the biggest change.
So in your opinion, what does the future of the industry hold?
I think environmental issues and this urbanisation is going to play a big factor in the wastewater and water sector. I think the days of being able to easily use open cut methods are behind us. I think emissions and trying to reduce social costs are going to become a bigger factor, and the only real way of being able to deal with that is using trenchless technology.
So which projects do you see as particularly exciting over your career?
Oh, I've had quite a varied number of things that I've been involved in, from pipe bursting all the way through to lining and HDD. But very much I've enjoyed being involved in the condition assessment and the planning side of it. In New Zealand, my company developed or the authors rather, of the New Zealand Pipe Inspection Manual, and we run a lot of training in that regard, and I found that very challenging and exciting at the same time.
Which project was the most rewarding for you to work on?
I think the authoring of the New Zealand Pipe Inspection Manual. The reason for that is because we needed to get consensus from a wide range of people right across the industry, and that was a challenge, and to be able to produce a product at the end of it which has been very well accepted, and I think does a very good job for New Zealand.